What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. Today what we're going to be talking about is the reasoning behind why I chose to replace Devlin with now Franco Harris. Alright, so look, this is what we're going to do. We were able to get the pieces for the Legend. We got some through pulling packs. Some of the packs we got from Weekend League, some we got from, what did we get from the other thing there? I forgot what the other pack was. I don't think we got any from the solo battles, but I think we got some from Weekend League. Now, I wasn't able to give you guys the Weekend League pack opening because I've been raging at Madden so crazy that my voice was gone. It was really, really wild, so I didn't want you guys to like hear me half dead. So I did a video just to talk about the Cam Newton card to the best of my ability, and that was pretty much it. And, you know, I just had to go ahead and get these pieces because I was able to successfully get a decent amount from the actual packs that I got from Weekend League. So now when we look at this guy, right, one of the biggest things that I noticed is that the run block and the lead block for the fullback, it really doesn't matter how high it is as long as it's above, like, as long as the lead block is around, you know, in the 80s, it's pretty good. The impact blocking has always been, you know, a huge emphasis. Obviously, if you go back to like Madden 13, Madden 25, things like that, especially in franchise mode, impact blocking was a very, very huge thing. That also is influential in the way that they block, but they all whiff blocks now with the, you know, with the whole new Frostbite engine, stuff like that. If you guys have ever ran behind your fullback and he just ran out of the way, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think it's anything that's more, it's not a complex thing. They just, it's the coding that they've been continuing to reuse. So in some cases, they just won't block. Now, in certain instances, you will be able to, you know, put on aggressive blocking and everybody will block crazy. That can help, but it doesn't always work. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they're still just not going to block the person that's in front of them, depending on if you run a toss, you run a straight up ahead dives, things like that. What I've been noticing is, as always in Madden, there's always a way to counteract what somebody's doing. And you guys all know what I'm talking about. For instance, if you get a psychopath that's running dive every play, there's a way to stop that. I had to go through losses to understand exactly, you know, what you had to do to get that done. Okay? But primarily what happens is most of the time they just won't block. They just won't block. So, you know, I know now a little bit more about the way that the game is working, and even with the way that the game has been patched, it hasn't really changed the way that these guys just will not block who's in front of them. They just won't do it. And that, like I said, that's been going on since Madden 16, the first patch, when they tried to fix the Brashad Perriman. Go ahead right now and like the video if you're a veteran and you know all about Brashad Perriman. Like, that's really what destroyed it. It wasn't even really OBJ. It was the fact that Perriman was way too fast, but it was realistic based on the speed that they gave him. So that's what was stupid about what EA did. They gave him an enormous speed, and then they got mad about the speed, and then they patched it. Why is this guy 1,600 coins right here? And you see, this is the thing that, yo, EA Sports is just a wild savage. But as you can see right there, he's going to be a monster. And look, like I said, we could always put the sprinter cam on him because this guy, that's why I don't do ×2. Because we can do it individually with each card and still get, you know, a certain amount without wasting the additional coins that EA wants us to waste by giving it 2,500 for the ×2. Now, some of you guys have said, yeah, you know what, Gmia, I go with the ×2 whenever I can, and that's fine. But I don't encourage, you know, giving EA extra stuff when you can just go singular and just save that 500 each, and then have somebody on your team that you won't use but will stay there. Because let's be honest, the 30 players that you add Sprinter to, you're never going to use all of them. Okay? But the ×2 guys, you might end up upgrading like I do. Like I generally upgrade on a regular basis. So those are things that I just want you guys to keep in mind. Don't make it turn out to be something that it doesn't have to be. Because if you go 2,500, you know, for the ×2, those players may leave. You may get rid of those players. And that's what I just don't want to happen. Why are those guys... Hold on, wait a minute. No, that's not what I was... What program was I looking for? Was it Ultimate Kickoff? It wasn't the MUT Monsters. Oh, MUT Heroes. What are these guys... Okay, they up their prices now? Everybody's just being ripoffs? Everybody's a ripoff scene right now. Okay, bro. 179. Okay. Yo, bro, okay. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what's this even about right now? All right, so what we're going to have to do is... Because generally I like to spend around 140... And it looks like Mac is at 149, so that's probably going to be our best bet. But let's just see what else we can get. Because I got some, okay, 144. That doesn't seem too bad. I think that might be the best case. Hold up, what is it? Yeah, we're going to take the 144. We'll take the 144 for a 90, 2,200 training points. Because like I said, I sit there and I snipe these things to get the 2,200 at, you know, with the 90s. I sit there and just snipe. For the most part, a lot of you guys have had questions about, you know, how do I snipe? You know, how do I get so many training points when I need it? I just sit there in my spare time and just, you know, see what these idiots are doing. Because what happens is people get desperate when new promos are dropping. For instance, Night Train Lane is possibly coming on Thursday, October 25th. So people are getting really like antsy. They want to be able to, you know, afford these things. So they go hard. They do what they have to do. And that it's no problem with that. As long as you guys understand that you got to watch the market and understand the value of the cards. And I just don't want you guys to overspend. That's the biggest thing about it. Just don't overspend and everything is going to be all right. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and add him. And Devlin we got rid of for 200K. So after I think all we spent on this guy was like 275. And he was going for like 450 yesterday, 450K. I think what's going to happen with his price, people are going to realize that he's probably at this point the best fullback in the game. Not only because you can actually, those routes that you put him on, you can literally put him out there to go and like run streaks. And he's a fullback, so it's very, very difficult. Like if you run, if you go ahead and you run, what is that? The what is that thing right there? What does that play like? If you run iPro and you send him outside the backfield, it turns into a real nightmare. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, you see how Brawler is 900, but for ×2 you're spending 2,250. See, that's ripoff with the extra 500. I'd rather, if I was going to use Brawler, put Brawler on I put it on backups, bro. I'll put it on backups before I give EA an extra 500. You know what I'm saying? So with the Sprinter, yeah, you could get to, you know, 30 players faster, but like I said, for every 500 you lose, you know what I'm saying? Just do the math. You know, for every 10 you're losing 5,000. You know, 5,000, right? Yeah, because it's 500. Yeah, for every 10 players you put it on, you're losing 5,000. And then with me, because I raid sell players so much, it can really get wild. You know what I'm saying? It can really, really get to the point where it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yo, okay, we're gonna. He's always been a stealer to me. Wasn't he Immaculate Conception? I don't know, or reception, or some kind of conception with the reception. Like, bro, it was something crazy. All right, so he's gonna be doing power run, I believe, stiff arm, impact block, all that stuff, right? All right, so we're gonna give him ×3 because yeah, are we going to do ×3 right now? I think we'll just go ×3. It doesn't matter. Let's give him ×3 for power run. Equip that chemistry. All right, so for physical, what we're going to do is we're going to probably give him Sprinter Chem to make him faster. Now, remember what I was trying to explain to you guys. Just because blocking is an issue, that doesn't mean that you don't give your fullback speed. Because even if he whiffs a block, most of the players that you use are going to whiff blocks anyway. So that's not what the issue is. The issue is, can they just get in the way? Like literally what I do now, I just run around in the backfield and wait to see who's going to block for me. And then I just proceed to go from, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. That's what I do. I don't know how you guys go about it, but I understand that dudes just don't block in this game. I've already accepted that. Some of you guys have not. And that's what the problem is. That's what's starting to be the issue. You guys really believe that your players are going to block for you. And that's what the major issue is. You guys should not be thinking like that. You know, I need you guys to be smarter with the situation because what happens is when you come out and you run, like, for instance, if you come out and you run single back, like the single back twins, and that dive is something that's very essential against like that linebacker cross when every idiot is running odd, that's going to eat up odd if you just run those single back dives and stuff like that. Because you don't have, you know, a fullback underneath because it's single back, you can put your fullback up where the tight ends are. Like this guy right here being that fast, if I put him at the tight end and motion him in front, that's going to benefit me a lot because I'll be able to run behind him and he's fast. So depending on how he blocks, he may, if the one thing I'll tell you, right, if you get a successful block from any, like your fullback, your tight end, whatever, when they hold the block, they usually, if you're running the right way, they'll block somebody real quick. And if they got speed, they'll get to the next level. Like Shannon Sharp. If we look at him right now, he's fast at an 87 speed and he has decent run block. So he'll block somebody at the point of attack and then he'll run up ahead and start blocking again. All that stuff is very, very essential. And I just wanted to point that out to make sure that everybody understands that. That's something that you really have to pay attention to. Because like I said, right now, I think when we put Sprinter Chem on him, let's say we put it on all these guys right here. All right? And then we end up selling them. I still don't care that I did it because I didn't give EA the 500 extra. Like Lane Johnson, I'm probably going to keep. I don't see why I would get rid of him, so he's definitely going to get it. But I would rather give it to my backups than give EA the extra 500. That's just for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have did it with Ricky. I could have did it with Shazier. Maybe they'll patch it and just understand that 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. Maybe they'll figure that out later. But until then, I'm not giving them anything. And like I said, I can always just go through and add up to 30 by just using some of the backups. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though my main players have it, I can just know that, for instance, this guy right here, right? This guy sucks, but even if I put him to the lower slot, I believe he gets a physical chem. So look, I can just put him in there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could just have guys that I'm not really using that just holds it for my team so that when I raid sell players, I don't lose the sprinter chem. You know what I'm saying? I don't lose that 1,000 training points. I think in my case, that's better because I'm actively raid selling people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, actively. Like, once you do me dry, it's a wrap. Hold up, does this guy get a physical Vita Vea? Because Vita Vea, I might just keep and just have him as a backup. Okay, so he doesn't get one. So this guy's going to get raid sold ASAP. Even though he's like a great player and he's been making a lot of plays for me, you know, I might have to bring him to the office and do whatever. But so that's like 1, you got 2, you got 3. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to do my full, but that's 4. How many do we have right now? I think we're right at 10. Are we right at 10 right now? Where is it? Right. Okay, yeah, so we're right at 10. So we would have to get another 20. Okay, so another 20 players. We do the O-line. See what I'm saying, bro? Do the O-line. That's 5, 6. Okay, was the slot done? Okay, this guy can't get it. We would have to do some backup guys. So that's 6. We're just doing 5. And then we could probably, you know, put it on Hunter Henry. You know, and if we raid sell him, yo, bro, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that would be 6. We got 7, 8, you know, 9. Like the backups, 10. You know, that's 10. So that's 20, 21, 22. That guy can't get it, so that's 23. This guy would be 24, and then we would need 6 more. I don't know if this guy can get it. These backup idiot, that backup rookie premier guy probably couldn't get it. But like I said, that's the way I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna fill up the rest of my team with it, and then I'm gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? And then if I need to, like last resort, I'll go ahead and do something else with one of the players. But I just don't. It's just weird the way that it is, and I just don't want to continue to do it. But like I said, based on the mathematics of it, like for instance, if this guy, I don't think this guy can get ×2, the old lineman. But to be honest, Lane Johnson at a 77 speed, I don't see why you go away from using him for the entire year. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy like this, it's possible. Like I can't say that I wouldn't do it because he's already a 77 speed. So I don't know if he might be a guy that I could do something with. As far as that goes, Zach Martin, he might get raid sold because this guy's been really grinding my gears as of late, so I don't know what's going to happen with that guy. This guy, Jonathan Ogden, he probably won't be there much longer. So there's different options for what we can do with it, how we go forward. But this, you know what I'm saying? It just really hurts me that EA is just doing this dry every chance they get, and I would just really prefer for them to at least like give us some lube or something, bro. Like it's really, really crazy. So now we can look at the fact that our fullback is going to be out there just doing whatever he wants. And notice what I'm telling you. I'm not worried about the fact that Devlin had better lead block and stuff like that. Like, I don't care about that. What I'm looking at is, you know, he has speed. We're going to probably put sprinter chem on him, okay? So he's going to go to a 90 speed. His run block is, 78, so it's below the threshold. But he has great lead block. He has great impact block. So going forward, looking at his card and trying to figure out what exactly we're going to be doing with him, we already are smart enough to know that the run block in most cases don't really matter because they're going to miss the block anyway. So we're going to prefer speed in this case. Okay? And the reasoning behind it, like I said, is once he gets out in front, that's going to help us to do what we need to do. I meant to see something else though. I wanted to make sure as far as what his I wanted to double check his ability. So it's okay, stiff arm specialist, juke move specialist, truck specialist. We might give him truck specialist because we might sub him in for when it's time to get in inside the red zone. So we might do that. You know what I'm saying? Just sub him in and see what's going on with that. Juke specialist and stiff arm specialist don't really, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna do nothing for us. So maybe truck specialist, even though the red chems don't really work after the patch. All right, so that pretty much explains what's going on. So Devlin is currently going for like 200K at the time that I made this video. So if you were to get him or get pieces from him, I pulled some from packs. I don't know, exactly how it'll work out for you, but I'm going to go with the speed at the fullback position over, the run block that Devlin had and things like that because he still would miss blocks on a regular basis. And I'd rather have the speed and run some crazy routes with my fullback out of the backfield and know that that's something else that the defense has to worry about. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Be sure to subscribe. GmiasWorld Gaming and GmiasWorld Podcast. See you guys and girls next time. One love.